Hello, wonderful people. What's up, beautiful faces? What's going on? Hope you're having a good Friday. The semifinals between Team USA and Serbia was a nail biter. I have to say, that game was so close, so tense that Team USA had me nervous. I was scared watching that game. USA had me worried they wouldn't be able to stop the threes from Serbia. It was a game that had me stressed out. France, USA. France, USA. All for the gold. This will be good. It's going to be one hell of a game. It's not going to be a cakewalk as predicted. I'm not panicking about Team USA after getting a scare from Serbia. They're still my favorites to win gold. My thoughts on this is this. I doubt this game will be a blowout, like everybody is saying. This is as good as it gets. This game is going to bring energy. If they're not up on their game, though, if they're not attacking early on defense and lack the ability to initiate their plays from the defensive side of the floor, then I think France can challenge the United States. A close game against France is more dangerous because France is going to be locked in. It's going to be a show. Road to the Gold will go through a very feisty Paris home crowd in the gold medal game. Great teams sometimes need a scare. They need a wake up call for them to reach their potential. Adversity is a good thing, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It happens to all of us. If you want to be really good, you have to be ready to face adversity. It creates toughness, it creates resilience, it creates appreciation, it creates preparation. All of that highlighted in a big comeback win after being down by double digits entering the fourth quarter. I really, really thought Serbia had a chance to beat the Americans, particularly the way things were going in the first half. But then here comes Steph Curry looking like that pure shooter that we see quite often in the NBA when he lights it up from three with the Warriors in the NBA. Steph scored 36 points, including a go-ahead three-pointer with 2:16, I believe, left in the game. And the U.S. Will now play for gold in the Paris Olympics on Saturday night against France after beating Serbia 95-91. They survived. And sometimes that's what it's about. It's about survival, right? And they survived. The USA, they trailed by 17 in the first half, plus faced an 11-point halftime deficit. People were concerned. People were worried. People thought that this team was done. But you know what? This team just has too much offensive firepower. They just have too much offensive firepower. You can never count them out of a game. No lead is ever safe against them because they can power their way back into the game, like you saw. They cut into the deficit. They were never really out of the game. They were able to find themselves, and they were able to overcome a huge deficit. Serbia led by 11 with 7:19 left. The rest of the way, all U.S. The U.S. mounted the comeback. I think what hurt them early, they weren't really playing any defense. Like they weren't you know, getting a hand in anybody's face. There was a lot of uncontested shots. Serbia was getting just about any shot they wanted, and you can't let that happen if you plan against Team France. You gotta show up early. You gotta defend. You gotta penetrate to the basket. You can't settle for shots. Team USA know what they're facing against a very good France team, and it's not going to be easy at all. It's not going to be easy at all. As we saw in the last game against Serbia, the whole game changed in the fourth quarter after a wild sequence. Saw the U.S. score 6 points in 2 seconds. Kevin Durant made a three-pointer while Anthony Davis was getting fouled. The U.S. got another possession, and off the inbounds, Devin Booker made another three-pointer. The threes started falling in the fourth quarter. In the second half, the threes started falling. In the first half, they couldn't drain their shots. They weren't knocking down their shots, and that was the difference in the first half. You know, you saw it just like that. You know, it went from being a 10-point deficit to being a 9-point deficit, a 6-point deficit, you know. It was 78-67. It was a 78-67 lead for Serbia, you know, and, you know, before you knew it, it was cut in half. You know, the comeback was on, and Curry's three put the U.S. up for good. You know, he added a pair of free throws with 8.2 seconds left to make it a 2-possession game, and the Americans escaped. You know, Joel Embiid scored 19 points. I think at times Joel Embiid can be a little bit more aggressive, because we know this about Joel Embiid, right? He could be a little lazy at times. You know, he could be a little lazy at times. You got to box out. You got to get those rebounds, you know, and that's another thing. Team USA was getting out rebounded. They were getting out hustled by Serbia. You can't do that against France, you know. And LeBron James did his thing. He added 16 for the U.S., which now with this win, it assured the U.S. of its 20th medal appearance, I believe, if I'm correct. So, I mean, here's their shot right here. They get a chance to win gold, and people are saying this is the best U.S. team that's ever been assembled. I'm not ready to say that yet. I'm not ready to say that. I don't think this is the best team that's ever been assembled. I think they are one of the most talented teams that we've ever had. But nobody is better than the Dream Team. And I said that in a prior video before. But, you know, in a quest for a gold medal, I don't see this team losing. I think the only way this team loses if they beat themselves. And yes, they almost beat themselves against Serbia. They almost beat themselves, but they didn't. You know, they didn't. They were able to grind it out. They were able to, you know, mount this comeback, and they kept their gold medal hopes alive. And now we'll see how it goes against France. But let me tell you something. Get your popcorn ready, because it's going to be one hell of a game. It's going to be a good game. And you know, I think this game is going to be closer than a lot of people anticipate. I think this is going to be a great game. But I got Team USA in a close one. And I think by the time it's all said and done, those guys will be draping gold medals around their necks. Thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate the love and support. Thanks for watching my content. Thanks for watching the videos. Really appreciate it. If you guys like this one, do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button for me. But I'm getting out of here now. It's been real. Happy Friday to you all. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll talk very, very soon. Once again, thanks for watching. Appreciate it.